Well, good evening, everybody. It is Brad.
And Christa.
With the Big Family Homestead. Yay! I hope you are ready for Monday Night Live. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, goodness.
I think we need to have like some kind of a gang sign for our show.
No.
Like Monday Night Live. Monday.
No, we can't
Monday.
do that. I'm sure that's trademarked or copyrighted.
I don't know. Monday. It'll tear your face off. There'll be explosions and all kinds of stuff.
That's too funny.
Welcome, everybody, to the Big Family Homestead Monday Night Live. I am Brad.
And I'm Christa.
As we said that
already.
before.
Right.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. So tonight, we have a list filled with stuff and things.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking about natural resources. Every single one of you out there has access to a bunch of free stuff, and you're not taking advantage of it.
Right. Everywhere you are, there's free stuff. Everywhere.
Unless you're in space.
True.
Everywhere on Earth.
Well, okay, but still, there's space rocks. Those are free.
Not easy to come by.
Not
easy to come by.
That's true.
Tonight we're talking about resources. We're talking about foraging. We're talking about firewood. We're talking about all kinds of manners of stuff and things. And I want you guys to give a shout out. Where are you from tonight? Mm-hmm. I know that I see a few Canadians here. I see a few Canadians. I see some folks from Rhode Island, Ohio. Where are you from? While we sound off, what's been going on this week, Mama?
Sorry, I was reading a comment.
I have no doubt.
What was it? What were you asking?
What are we doing this week?
What have we done, or what are we going to be doing?
What have we done this week?
We broke a tractor.
No, we did break a tractor, but it wasn't our fault.
No, we did not. It's not our fault. What else did we do? We cut some grass. Excuse me. Goodness. What else?
Well,
we went to church.
A lot of driving.
Lots of driving.
So
done with driving.
More driving tomorrow. And today is Labor Day.
Today is Labor Day. So for all of you who have had labor, no, I'm just hope you all are having a great weekend.
Yeah, and there's that.
Yeah, goodness.
So it has come to that portion of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, for channel shout-outs. Yay! This is the portion of the evening which you are not only permitted to just shamelessly plug your own channel, you're encouraged to do so, yes, but only for a few minutes. Then there's a cutoff, and then
right. So, and I will try to read as many as possible. So type feverishly to see if I can read faster.
See if you can outdo her. Who have you been watching? Right. Who have you been listening to, liking? If it's your own channel, say, it is my own channel. Or if you just want her to read your name.
Right.
Type your name.
And, you know, the harder it is, well, I just can't do it. Sorry.
Well, on your mark, get set, go. So we've got Hearth Homestead, and they are watching.
Where did you see
that? Right there.
Oh, Roots and Refuge. Ephrata, Washington. Happy birthday, Debbie. It's her 61st birthday. Happy birthday, Debbie. Hello from Illinois. Hearts, and Homestead. North Star Prep Setter. Hello, Deidre from Pennsylvania. Alicia's $5 fines. I am not going to I'm gonna brutalize your name. Roaming Reptiles, Stivers Homestead, Bandana Grandma. My own channel, Jen's Weight Loss Den. Cool. Grampy Campy says plug. It's my channel. Andrea Mills, Art and Bree, the boss of the swamp, living on a dime. Deep South Bama with Mr. Tom.
Is this the best you guys can do?
Yeah,
Come on, speed it up.
Clawfoot Farm. See, it's easier if I read from over here.
But then there's a delay.
I know there is a delay. That is very true.
There's a delay.
Goldshaw Farm. Tribs has a channel. Joe and Zach Survival.
Love those cows.
Daniel, God is my judge, says don't sub me. The Adaptive Maritimer, Nova Scotia Living, Clutterbug from Canada. Ellie and Jared, Homestead Tessie, Roman Reptiles, Cog Hill Homestead. Cog Hill, yeah.
And many, many more.
Yeah,
you need a moment.
Drink water.
So I hope you guys are having a great Labor Day so far. I would like to, before we continue the frivolity, the merriment, the hay making, the blissful awesomeness. On a serious note, though, our hearts and prayers do go out to the folks that are in the path of that monster hurricane coming through there in the Caribbean. And so just a moment of silence for those people. It's no fun to go through that. I'm telling you, we've been through several hurricanes.
Yes, we have.
And it's
More
scary.
than I care to be.
And so our hearts and prayers go out to you guys down there.
Yep.
So, all right. Back to the show. Trying to be let's be a little bit uplifting, a little fun.
Yep.
So tonight we are going to be talking about foraging. We're going to be talking about the resources in your area. And yesterday we were actually out and about, and this is what we found. All right, who's having a good time? Me. And we're wet and we're muddy, and yeah. But also, take a look around the resources around here, people. Know what's going on in your area, because there's tons of natural resources. Here in Wisconsin, all of the deadfall wood that you can get in the public lands, there's usually just a fee. In our case, is what, 25 bucks?
Yeah.
That you go ahead and pay your tax. Yes, it's a tax. But then you can cut up, bring home, use all the deadfall wood you can find.
Yep, it has to be on the ground or already cut or already
Broken
fallen,
off, yeah.
already broken off, yeah.
And there's just so much of it. There's tons upon tons upon tons. And so that's our goal. We're going to get a trailer together, and my goal is to not have to pay for any wood this year.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Now here's another example right here. We've got these black raspberries. They are absolutely everywhere.
Yep.
And they're delicious.
Yep.
And look, they're all the way back in there. And they're free.
This is something you need to check out in your local area, because there's wild blackberries, wild raspberries all over the place.
Yeah, check it out. I mean, a lot of these are not ripe yet.
No.
But some are.
So cold.
Yeah, some are, and we got to get them before the birdies do. We'll leave all the red ones for the birdies.
Yes.
Now this plant right here is another thing that we actually came for, which is called mullein or mullein, and it's all over there. And it's great for respiratory things and a pain reliever and all kinds of good stuff. The berry harvest is everywhere around here. Well, I don't know, Mama, what do you think? I got an idea for these berries.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. Alrighty, folks. So here's the scoop. We have come to the land of awesomeness here in central Wisconsin.
Yep.
And one of the things that we have realized that we've never done before is going out and utilizing the resources that are all around us.
Yes. Oh yeah, there are so many. I was surprised to find those black raspberries yesterday. I was super happy.
Yeah, I mean, I think what we really want to kind of communicate tonight with the foraging is that obviously you may be in a different part of the world. BB from Spain is probably not going to have the same foraging or the same resources as we do here in central Wisconsin. So the point of what we're going to try to talk about today is not specific items, because you need to figure out what those are for you. We're going to talk a little bit about what's going on in our neck of the woods, but hopefully that's just to spur you on to think about what it is that is available to you.
Right.
Talk about wood, baby.
Okay. Here in our county, I don't know if this is true for the entire state of Wisconsin. Check your local laws, but here in Taylor County, we are allowed a what is it called? It's not a burn permit. It's a wood permit where you can go out. You pay a fee, and then all year you can go out to the county,
Yeah.
to county land and harvest all of the deadfall that's on the ground, or even if it's leaning on a tree, as
long
long
as
as it's fallen,
Right.
you can harvest any of that.
There's a fee.
Right, it's a small fee at what, $20?
I think it's $25.
Yeah, that's really reasonable to be able to gather as much wood as we can use in the wintertime.
And now that's from public lands.
Mhm.
And basically, what my plan is, guys, because there's so much of it up there.
There is.
And if you, I'm glitching, and I'll tell you why. The money that we have saved by using wood to heat the house has been humongous. When we first got here and we were not really prepared for the onslaught of what winter would be,
Right.
how much did it cost us that first winter?
It was $2,500 to heat the house with propane.
Just for propane gas?
Yes, it was $500 a month. It was insane.
Then, when we figured out, there's probably a more affordable, way to heat the house, even that was still hundreds of dollars.
Yes, it was, because we found a good deal on slab wood, so we bought slab wood. Excuse me. However, we found out that slab wood burns very quickly and very hot. So we have to get cordwood.
Well, we supplemented.
Right. We did end up supplementing.
Actually, we went over to Prepsteader Bob's house, and he was very kind to allow us to grab some of the stuff that was laying around his property, and we did some splitting, and it was community building.
Yep.
We were helping him, he was helping us, everybody wins, and we went away with some bigger stuff, and some friends, Dairyman Mark, his family, they came over and gave us a truckload of hardwood, and that was really great.
Yeah.
But even then, even still, we were talking about $800 if you totaled up the slab wood and the other stuff.
Probably. But now we were looking into getting a whole truckload of 8-foot logs,
Which would be hardwood.
which would be a hardwood, and we're looking at probably $100 a cord. And those trailer loads, the semi-load will hold 11 to 12 cords of wood, which I would imagine that would last us 2 years.
No.
We wouldn't burn through 12 cords.
No, but I do think we would burn through 7. I do. But that's a wrestling match for some other time.
Last year we had 8 cords of the slab wood, or 8 bundles, which they said equaled a cord. Okay, I get that. Maybe not. I really am not sure. So,
Okay.
But that didn't last all year.
Okay. Well, question, and we're going to continue on with this, but Alicia is asking, Brad, we have a brick fireplace. I have never used it. How do I safely make a fire in it? First thing, Alicia, is don't put a fire in that thing until you've had it inspected, checked,
Yes.
and if anything needs to be repaired, repair it, and I'll tell you why. Last year, we realized that actually it was the year before we had it inspected?
Yes, it was the year before we had the chimney inspected, and come to find out.
Well, we had a professional come and he stuck a camera down.
Right. Go ahead. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So he stuck a camera down the chimney and he found that there were several spots that did not have any tile at all. And he also said that it looks like that chimney, our chimney, has had fires in it before, like chimney fires.
Right.
And he said the likelihood of you using it is you're going to have a fire. You're going to have a chimney fire. Don't use it.
Right.
And so actually, my son Jonathan, Prepsteader Bob, and myself, we went and put a new liner in it. And I will tell you truthfully and honestly, I did not get on that roof because that's terrifying.
Jonathan loves heights. So
he was up there dancing around, doing Fiddler on the Roof.
Oh gosh. But yeah, they put in a new liner, and it worked great all winter long.
Have a professional check it, because we honestly thought it was fine, and we honestly were going to use it.
Right.
And it honestly probably would have burned the house down.
Right. Well, the Don told us, he's like, you might want to have it inspected. Because,
which we did.
Yeah, because didn't he say that there had been a chimney fire?
I
too
don't
long
remember
ago?
him saying that, but
Oh, I thought he had. But anyway.
regardless,
Right.
that is step one.
Mhm.
That is step one. Now,
Okay, Katrina's sister, that's not funny.
well, what did she say?
She says, Krista, I heard Travel Wisconsin's looking for a new spokesperson for fun festivals.
I wonder why she would say that.
Gee, I wonder.
You got to hit the pause button and tell now.
Okay, so on Saturday, we couldn't cut hay because the mower was not working properly. So I said, no, I'm sorry, the grass was wet. So
That's
we
right.
took a break. We decided we're going to go see a festival. Go to a festival. Well, the Travel Wisconsin website said there was a festival on that day in Cornell, Wisconsin. Then I go to their website as we get there because we're not seeing anything. It shows that the website, the festival was last year. Anyway, so I was quite irritated, and I will be emailing them tomorrow.
But it'll get there last year, so it won't be a problem.
That is true, so it really doesn't matter.
They've already decided what's going to happen next year because of the coming last year. So don't worry about it. So anyway, returning to the firewood issue, Alicia, have that dang thing inspected. Then the second thing is, if you don't know how to actually make a fire, I would honestly suggest you watch several videos and then you do one outside safely somewhere where you're not going to have any chance of burning anything except what's right there.
Right.
Because there is a skill to lighting a fire. Mm-hmm. And you don't want to have a mistake when you're like, maybe if the flue isn't open in your chimney and all of a sudden you're filling your house with smoke and it's bad and the children are screaming and then there's mayhem and the cats and dogs are living together, mass hysteria. Right?
Right.
Ghostbusters. Sure. So learn how to make a fire if you do not already know. Then make sure that you are in a safe place before you do that. You can save a ton of money heating your house with wood if it's set up right. Mm-hmm. Now, I happen to know that she is in the Great White North. They are in Canada.
They are.
One thing you're going to want to make sure of is that your chimney, your fireplace is set up properly. So you're not just venting that heat right out of the house and sucking. What can happen is you can actually have the heat that's in your house getting sucked up out of the chimney.
Right. We had a house like that when we lived in Loveland, and we had to put blankets over it and push stuff up against it because it kept
not while we're using it.
No, we didn't use it at all. We didn't use it at all.
It kind of might have sounded like you were saying put blankets up against the fire.
I'm sorry. No. We never used this fireplace, but it was letting in so much cold that we couldn't stay warm in that room. So we had to close that off with blankets and heavy stuff to put in front of it. So don't do that when there's a fire going.
Well, and to be honest, what I would do after you've checked for safety, after you know how to do it, I would honestly ask around locally, somebody, maybe a neighbor, who you see the chimneys going, and say, hey, can you come show me how to do this? Mm-hmm. There is no shame in the game. You don't need to act all prideful like, oh, I know what I'm doing. Right. Hey, trust me, a little bit of somebody else's knowledge is way worth than having a bad accident in your house.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
So, firewood. For us, if we get everything set, it could be very little, like $25 for a permit. Now, check your laws, check your area, because even though I think it's absolutely silly, they put limits on how much you can take for your own personal use. I think it's absolutely asinine. It's wood that's on the ground, that's public land. They're just taxing you. Right. That's what it is. They're taxing you.
Right.
However, check around and make sure you're compliant and all that kind of stuff. Right. Then, for us, I have like the frame of an old snowmobile trailer.
Yes. That we want to set up to. It's really long. It's 8 feet long?
Probably.
Yeah, we want to set that up as
my firewood gathering trailer.
Wood. Yeah.
That way I can drag it behind the ATV, get up nice hills and stuff where I can really get in there. Oh man, let me tell you what, guys. The other day we were riding, and I found this tree that was down, and it's new. It would not be usable this year, but I kid you not when I say that it's hardwood. It was a big, big tree. You couldn't put your arms around the base of it. This thing was massive.
Oh.
It would easily be like 2 years worth of wood, just that tree.
That's insane. Hey, can you get rid of the
What is that?
picture so that everybody can see us better?
Is that an issue?
Please. Love
Is
it.
that for you?
Yes.
Then I'll do it. Here we go. Whoosh. Cue the leaves.
Thank you.
Is that better?
It is better. Thank you.
Like, if you want to look at me, baby, all you gotta do is turn your head.
Well, see, even Mike is asking.
DeFazio, dude, give the guy a wrench and the power goes to his head.
Right? I know.
I
I
know.
know. Oh, good. Roy and Shelley made it home. Good.
Good. So now you were doing some research on other things that are local for us.
Right. Well, the first thing, I bought this back when we lived in Ohio. We had gone to some park. I can't remember where it was at.
It was a state park.
Yeah, it was a state park. But in their little shop, they had these really cool little pocket guides. And these are laminated and they fold out. They're really awesome. And this has all of the edible plants and poisonous plants. So that if you are looking for wild edibles, you don't pick up something that's poisonous.
Try not to eat the
Poison
poisonous
hemlock.
plants.
No, don't eat
That's
the
a
hemlock.
bad idea.
Right. And it gives a little bit of on what they're good for too. Let's see. Okay, so I was talking to Shelley about lamb's quarters. She's like, we've got this thing growing all over the place and I don't know, I keep pulling it out. Let me see if I can find it real quick because it's really useful for lots and lots of things.
However, you got to be careful with lamb's quarter because there's two other plants that look very similar.
That's the Queen
Anne's lace.
Queen Anne's lace.
Okay,
Right.
but there's
Here it is.
you got to be careful that you know what you're looking at
Right.
because in terms of the Queen Anne's lace, there's poisonous plants.
Well, hemlock looks a lot like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
So-
Continue on.
Anyhow, so lamb's quarter. We have tons of this stuff growing in the garden, or what was the garden now is the pig pen.
Yes.
The seeds develop into dense clusters at the junctions of the leaves. All parts of the plants are edible and are high in vitamin A and C. Seeds can be ground into flour or used whole in soups, stews, and baked goods. I think that is really, really a nice, concise description of what you can do with it.
I agree. I wonder
Yeah.
what it tastes like.
I don't know. You should go get some and try it.
Most green things are very bitter.
I would imagine as it gets mature, the leaves would be more bitter.
Just like people.
Right.
No.
Right. But then there's also cattails, which are also edible, and they can also be used for flour. The roots can be chopped up and ground into flour.
Well, and besides, Ruthie, our youngest, she would first harvest the hot dogs that are stuck on top of the cat's tails because that's what she thought
That's what
they
she called
were.
them.
She's like, look at the hot dogs growing.
Look at all the hot dogs. I forgot about that.
What other items do you have there?
Well, in this little booklet.
We'll give them a little heads up on the poisonous side because I've got a story about the poisonous side.
Okay. So there's buttercup, which is very common up here. That one right there.
The yellow one?
The yellow one. Our animals love it,
Yeah.
but all parts of the plant contain toxic or irritating oils.
Makes you wonder if it's kind of like beer for animals. Where it kind of messes your liver up a little bit so your body goes, hey. Ooh.
I don't know. But this one here at the top is the one that looks like the Queen Anne's lace. That's poison hemlock, folks. You don't want any part of that.
Eating poisonous plants is a bad thing generally.
Yeah.
Here's a little tale, a cautionary tale for you people. I used to be in a band and we would travel all around, and one of the ministry places we would go was a camp in northern Indiana. Well, when we got there, a camp counselor told me this and said, I know this is true. I was there. Now, this camp basically was built all around a massive hemp farm. During the Civil War times, they used it for rope. They used it for all kinds of stuff. Well, these kids knew that some of this stuff was hemp, was just harmless, wouldn't hurt you. But then there was rumors. There were rumors around that there was marijuana, the ganja, the Mary Jane that was growing wild. So, of course, a couple bonehead kids go out looking for this Mary Jane, which none of them have ever seen, by the way. Don't even know what it looks like. And this one genius, rocket science expert, he found what he thought was marijuana and ate a bunch of it, and it turned out to be, poison ivy. Yeah, they rushed this kid to the hospital. He was barely breathing because his throat was closing up. And he ended up okay. However, don't eat what you don't know is food or not.
Right.
Just saying.
That's why one of these is really handy. And these are inexpensive too. I think it's like $8 on Amazon. And
they happen to be in links down below. Get one for yourself today.
Well, and there's also, I found one on medicinal plants that I will be ordering soon.
Yeah, we do want one.
I want one of those.
I do like that they're laminated too.
Yes, and they're small. You don't have this big bulky book, and it's really easy to find. It shows you what the plant looks like. It shows you what the fruit looks like. Another thing that grows crazy up here is rose hips.
Rose hips.
Yes, they smell beautiful like roses, but then after that, they produce a fruit that's super high in vitamin C.
Elderberries.
And, elderberries are huge up here too. You just have to find the right time when they are ready, when they're ripe.
Doesn't elderberry have another clone that is not good to eat?
No, there's another one that looks like...
I believe so, Mama. I believe so. You just got to be very careful.
Okay,
got to be careful.
Yeah.
Nightshade.
Okay,
nightshade.
Deadly. Yeah, no. So be careful. Okay, look that up because that's another one.
Bottom line, look it up for yourself. Your plants are going to be different than ours. Yeah. However, you have even yet more information.
Oh, I have lots of information. Okay.
She's been studying.
Okay. So there are 54 varieties of oak tree, right? Well, what do oak trees produce?
Nuts.
Anybody?
Nuts.
No. Well, yes. But acorns.
Commonly known as acorns.
Acorns. Yes.
Acorns.
And I'm not going to give.
And it's just not a bad political funneling system into liberal. Nothing.
Oh.
Nothing.
Anyway.
Acorns.
Acorns are a great source of protein. Also, okay, so there are 54 varieties of oak, right? Well, they all can be classified as white or black, sometimes called red oak. Well, in the white oak family, they mature sweet acorns in 1 year. Okay, that's pretty cool.
Have you ever eaten an acorn?
I have never eaten an acorn.
When I was a kid, I ate an acorn.
Did you take the shell off first?
Oh yeah, it's just like a M&M. Except it tastes like booty.
Okay, well then that was probably from
it was horrible.
A red oak tree. Because
it was not good.
The red oak acorns grow slowly and mature when they're 2 years old and are usually bitter. So you want the bigger acorns off of a white oak tree. They are sweeter. And those can also be dried into making flour.
Not Isabel. Heart's Hearth got that one. There we go, right there.
Right. Check for the tannins in them. Yes. So there is a process of turning the acorns into flour. I'm not going to go through all of that right now. There is a link to a website down below. This article was from Mother Earth News from 1970. Okay, and this talks about acorns, it talks about cattails, it talks about dandelions, crayfish, and even turtles, and the milkweed plant. So
Huh.
that has, I mean, it's 8 pages of information, and it is just a wealth of knowledge.
Well, to jump into some folks' comments here, and by the way, please feel free to, as long as you're participating and being awesome and kind and cool, comment away. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Interact with each other. That's all really, really good. That's part of what the fun is with doing this. But Roy says acorns don't taste good. And Barry says tennis no bueno.
Okay, well,
yeah, you got to soak them pretty good.
yeah, you do have to soak them.
And 3 to 4 times, says Haunted 55.
Right. There, like I said, there's a whole long process to doing it. But I would tell you this: if I could not buy flour, I would be going and hunting down all kinds of acorns, because we want to make bread.
Well, and you can make flour out of a lot of different things that people don't realize. That's a research project there, guys. I mean, think about it like this. Here we have, and I have yet to do this because Prep Setter Bob has been out on the road, and I want to go hunting the wild rice. Here, there's one of the things that in all of the different ponds and, different water areas, you are allowed with a permit, a tax, of course. You can go, yes, there's a fee. There is a fee. But once you paid that fee, you can go harvest wild rice that can be dried, and that can be used for all kinds of things. And you could even, grind that into flour if so needed. I have no idea what it would taste like, but I'm told it's very good. So, other things, comments, Mama.
I was just looking at something else. Never mind. Okay.
Yes, there's a fee.
Okay.
That's what she was doing.
But that's a fee.
She was totally doing that
for Wisconsin DNR. The Wisconsin, that's for Wisconsin. Check your local harvesting, wild edible harvesting rules in your area, because you don't want to break any rules. So, zip it, Skippy.
Okay.
Rice, baby.
Ding,
nice.
ding, 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 ding.
That's
the
not
difference,
how it goes.
No, the difference is ding, 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 ding. So if you guys know the whole Vanilla Ice thing.
Saga.
Anyway, in just a few moments, people, we are going to have the man, the myth, the rash, the legend, the legend, Prep Setter Bob. He's going to be here. And I'm only saying that because he's right
He's on
there.
the other side. And honestly, he's got his...
Every once in a while you see him bob his head in affirmation or no.
Well, see, I can't see his head. You're taller than I am. He's got his head behind. And then every once in a while he'll look and...
Anyway, he's giving away a ½ pound of silver.
I want that silver.
And we are going to do that. But before we do, we need to tell you. Mama's going to tell you about a deal that we got going that's pretty hard to beat.
That is very true.
Tell, Mama, tell.
I will tell. So, I don't have to look at the camera.
You don't. I'm going to turn it back on in a second.
Okay, so this month, right? We're doing it again this month? Okay, this month, if you sign up to be a consultant under us at the 265 Business Builder Kit, not the plus, but just the regular Business Builder Kit at 265, and then you commit to 3 months of the delivery service, then we will be so happy to send you the for free. For free is for me.
That's right.
The ground beef chef pack. So we are so excited about as many of you know, we're Thrive Life consultants and have loved this product. We've been consultants for 2.5 years, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And love it. Every day we use Thrive Life. Our daughter Grace gets Thrive Life. It's ground up into a fine powder, and I mix it with our milk, our raw milk. And she is, and this is truly no pun intended, but she is thriving.
Absolutely.
She is doing so well. She's super healthy. I cannot say enough about this product. It's single ingredients. You can make the recipes you want. and you don't have to have specific recipes. It can be your own recipes. It can be your grandma's recipes. All you do is swap out one to one. You know, the broccoli is fantastic straight out of the can. All of the ingredients are high quality. The majority of them are, well, okay, I hate using the term gluten-free, but majority of them are gluten-free because it's a single ingredient. And then the majority are also non-GMO. So that I know for tons of people it's a huge deal.
Well, and here's the thing, guys. You never think about preparedness until it's generally too late. It's one of those things where it's the afterthought. It's the other thing I'm going to do. Oh, right. If I catch up with this, then I'll go ahead and put some food in the pantry. And I'm here to tell you, if you just look at the East Coast right now, I guarantee you there's a lot of people going, man, I wish I had more food on the shelves in my house right now.
Sealed food.
Yeah, that's not going to wash away.
Or it's not going to spoil and mold.
And the heat's not going to affect it.
Right.
The freeze-dried food is something else. And I got to tell you, not only that, but I mean, it's one of the reasons why we can live out in the middle of the woods. Mm-hmm. It's an income for us that you guys are absolutely supporting us by helping out, and we're so grateful.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be done with that. I'm gonna be done with that. But I don't know. If you think it's time to bring old Prep Sitter Bob in? You guys want to get some silver? Who wants to get some silver? Yeah?
Sounds good. Woohoo!
On your mark, get set, and cue the video.
Who doesn't like silver? On tonight's live show, we're going to give away a great big half-pound silver coin to a lucky viewer that made comments on the video, and we're going to do that right now.
Yeah, and guess who's coming? Somebody special. This guy right here.
Ta-da!
And the transition took a little bit longer. Prep Sitter Bob in the
Ta-da!
house. Yeah.
What's up, my brother?
Oh man, I would like to say that I'm just a little bit sad about the rash comment.
The rash? Am I giving you a rash?
But honestly, I'm just not. I'm not.
It's you.
It is me. You know those relationships where it's like it's not you, it's me.
It's you.
Me.
It's
you.
me.
So you, my friend, have had some milestones in your channel.
I have, and we're really thankful for it, and that's why we're here and excited about it. And I had the link all here, and I just lost it. So give me a half second.
You just do your thing, man.
I know.
Well, here's the deal. If you don't know, he has two channels. He's got the Prep Sitter Bob channel, which is lots and lots of really, really awesome DIY stuff, prepper things, how to do it, even some opinion thrown in there. And then there's also the Self-Reliant Roadshow, which if you don't know, the Self-Reliant Roadshow is all about
the epic adventures of Prep Sitter Bob and Mrs. B as we travel in our converted school bus, traveling across the United States and Canada, going all to different homesteaders and preppers all across America.
Sounds like you might have said this once or twice.
3.
That's it?
100,000. Yeah.
I know. You can let your guard down, man. These people are cool.
Oh, I know, and they're awesome because a lot of them come and watch us, and we're thankful for it. And and we thank God for you all, and for Brian and Christa too. So,
well, thank you.
Yeah.
So, but you have achieved a goal that you had set a while ago.
Yes, you have little milestones, and for us, you all helped us get to 1,000, and that was out at the lake. Remember that? That was last fall. We were able to do that. We started our channel, and 90 days later, we got to 1,000 subscribers.
That was pretty awesome.
So that was amazing. And then, so our next goal was 5,000 subscribers. And through the Self-Reliant Roadshow and all that other stuff, we were sitting at like 4,900, 4,901, 4,900.
It was like stagnating. It was like painful.
So anyways, I remembered that last February we had made the mention that we were going to give away a prize to reach 5,000. So I thought, hey, let's do that with you guys because you've been such a blessing to us and to everybody else. So I thought, well, this would be good to share here. And
you got to show them, man.
We got to show the goods.
You got to show them. Hey, and look, the Adaptive Maritimer, whose name is Tim, if you don't know.
Okay.
He just subbed.
There we go. About time.
Jeez, oh, Pete's, man.
Anyways, we didn't bring the little one up here, but this is a half-pound Somebody in your comments said it was an 8-pound coin.
Oh my gosh, no. Who's got that kind of money?
You know, I ain't. But anyways, it's a 8-ounce silver coin. It's huge.
It is
It's
huge.
I got it over here because every time Christa gets it, I lose it.
Yep.
And so she's.
Whoa, look at that.
It is.
To give you an idea, guys, look at the size. That's big.
Flip it around. It'll show you on the back side.
Oop,
Right.
let's go.
Yeah, you gotta flip it around. Right here. It says 1/2 pound of 0.999 silver.
This has not even been, it doesn't even look like there's a fingerprint on it.
No, there's not. It's been in the case ever since I got it. It also comes from with a certificate of authenticity from the Washington Mint. And there it goes. But anyways, you wanted Christa?
No.
You know, you all didn't see it, but I was on the other side of the screen doing figure puppets. That's why Christa was always smirking and laughing. I was trying to. Yeah, it was me.
Yep.
Let's see. Got a couple questions here. How much is that silver worth? Well, silver right now is running $18 an ounce, so 8 times 18 would be what? 80, 144, or 150. By the time you get spot price over, it'd be about $165, $170.
Yeah, it's not a cheap gift.
No. And that's how we roll.
Yep.
Yeah, we're a big fan. One of the things we raised up our kids with was go big or go home.
Yep.
Barry says $15, $16 an ounce. Bud, you haven't checked lately. It's up to $18.50 right now. All right. At least it was when I looked this morning. So, anyways,
he only checks the Brazilian market. So,
that must be it.
I don't know.
I don't do Brazilian.
I don't know.
And whatever that means. But anyways, the thing is I wanted to do this to say thank you. So anyways, Brad did a video called I hope this works, or I hope this. It was a repair video that we did. Remember we fixed the ATV.
That's right. I can't remember the name of it. I do these things every day, man.
I know.
You got to go back and watch them all. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's the one where our mugs are right on the front showing you the silver, for those of you that know.
That's right.
Bigger
It
crayons.
was. Yeah.
So anyways, there was like almost 400 comments on there. And the whole premise was to get people to go out on social media and say, hey, recommend Prep Sitter Bob and the Self-Reliant Roadshow and to sub. So in 3 days, we went from 4,900. Now we're at 5,200. Ta-da!
And I think you're at more because a lot of people are saying they've subbed.
Yeah, I see that. So I appreciate that. Just a little bit is the Prep Sitter Bob channel is all about what I do that as an educational channel to help build community. The goal is to take 60 years of experience and put it on video for posterity so that you all can see. I have a whole entire section on how to buy a homestead. A lot of channels have, the top 3 ways to buy a homestead. No. I've got the top 300.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 10 chapter, 15 video series on just what to look for when you're buying a homestead.
Mm-hmm.
Have a whole entire series on physical preparation, pantries, mental preparation, DIY videos. The one you and I did about the rolling egg box.
Oh yeah,
remember the chickens
absolutely.
were pecking at that, so I showed everybody how to make that. When we're out on the Self-Reliant Roadshow, any projects that I have that I can pull DIY videos off that, I put that on the Prep Sitter Bob channel. Just that becomes our place for evergreen videos. So it is all part of that. Now the Self-Reliant Roadshow is all about Mrs. B and I traveling and helping other preppers and homesteaders at their homestead. So
thank you, Beans. And also, Spicy White Bear says the name of that video is I Hope We Can Repair It.
I hope we can repair
And
it.
thank you, Spicy White Bear.
And we did. We got it going.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was a huge blessing.
Yep.
So anyways, what do you want to do?
How do you want to do this, man? This is your I just want to hold it while you decide.
Oh, well, you can do the drum roll thing.
A drum roll?
Yeah.
Well, you guys all got a drum roll. And drum roll is 101010. All right, on your mark. Get set, and you can only do like 4 or 5 of them, or else it'll time you out. So don't do it lots.
Oh, okay.
But on your mark, get set. 1 0 1 0 1 0. Here, I'll
Right.
start mine.
All right. Anyways, what I got is there is an app called the Comment Picker for YouTube. So what I'm doing, and we don't have a camera in here for this, do we? All right. What it does is I have the video. If you guys made a comment on that video and we recommended Prep Center Bob, you're in the drawing. If you recommended us 50 times, you have 50 entries because I am not filtering out duplicate users. If you put in 50 times that you recommended Prep Center Bob to somebody, you get 50 shots at this. So the video's in here. It says get YouTube comments, and let's see, 100, 200, 300, 363 comments. All right.
I gotta, before you do that though, man, I gotta say, your odds of winning the lottery are much, much, much smaller than winning this silver.
Oh, 1 in 363, and if
That's
somebody
pretty
put
good.
in 100, you got a 1 in 3 chance.
That's
of getting
pretty
it.
dang good, man.
So, are we ready?
On your mark, get set. Oh, do you want Krista to do it?
Oh, I can. You want to push the button?
You want to come push the button, honey?
No, it's
You already
okay.
pushed Brad's button.
Well,
Oh.
always, but it's really the other way around.
All right.
Okay, on your mark, get set, and I'm watching him do it. And
All right,
the
here we
comment
go.
is, do we need to make sure that they actually,
All right, here we go. Ready? I can do it this way. Can you see that?
no.
Right
It says
there.
Rhonda Waldron. Rhonda Waldron.
And her comment was, or is, I
hate-
recommended Prep Center Bob and the self-reliant roadshow to the Fausch family. Oh, that's cool.
All
That'd
right.
be good. I would be thrilled to death. If you don't know who the Fausches are, their daughter is actually the daughter of Carla Emery. And I would love to meet them because I have like 600 questions for the daughter of
gosh.
Carla Emery.
Hey, Beans Fubar again. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So, anyways, all right.
Rhonda Waldron.
Rhonda Waldron. What I need, Rhonda, first of all, congratulations. You've got 48 hours to send me an email at prepsitterbob@gmail.com, or you can go to the website, self-reliantroadshow.com, and go down to the comment sections and do that. That's not a problem. Get me a response so that I can email with you and get your address and get that out to you before Krista gets a hold of it.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you to Prep Center Bob. And, well, guys, this is all about building community.
Absolutely.
And he's helped us out so much, and we want to return the favor. That's why we help out as well. But not even just that. But the goal is to get you guys connected with each other. That's really the goal. Because I'm only one person, and I can only shake one hand at a time. But if by some miracle you listen to something that we did or saw, and you went, you know what, I can help my neighbor do that.
Absolutely.
That's the win.
And that's when we're out on the roadshow. We try to get everybody to come and help with projects. Yeah, there's videotaping. Yeah, there's other channels there and everything else. But getting us to work together to be like-minded and to helping one another and focusing on what we tell people all the time is to honor God, family, and country.
Amen.
So that's our heart's desire.
All right, with that, we're going to say goodbye to Prep Center Bob,
All righty.
and Chris is going to come on back. So
Hit the magic button.
here we go. Bye. See you later. Bye-bye, little fella. Have a good one. He looks beefy. All right, so we've taken the mower off, and I just out of curiosity, I got to know because he was adjusting the. Wow,
I use my special adjustment tool.
yeah, the pry bar.
Small one.
The 3-point. He all you did was make some adjustments, but I'm curious because I'm like, I got to know. I'm gonna see if it'll go. All right. Careful, the PTO's on. Here we go. I know, the suspense is killing you. And I'm not going to tell you what happened. I will say, though, that my hands are still honestly pretty dirty. Our friends Roy and Shelly came over today, and this is building community. They found out that the tractor still was not working.
Right. And they had, well, what we
Don't
thought.
give it away,
Oh,
though.
no. Okay.
Don't give it away. We can say stuff, but not that.
Well, no, okay. Well, they had what we thought was a different manual than what we had. But he was looking in the parts catalog at all of these things. But he does have a different anyway, it doesn't matter. But he came and was able to do his magic.
Well, you just gave it away then.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I gave nothing away.
You gotta watch the not climatic video on Wednesday.
I didn't give anything away. I just said work his magic. That's all.
Roy, thank you for your magic. I guess we'll have to wait and see Wednesday if the reason why we're so happy is that it's broken or not.
Right.
Oh my gracious. All right.
There you go. Maddie girl says shake that paper, Brad.
No kidding. All right, let's get back to actually, you know what? Do you want to talk about the cookbooks before we
I can, but I need to answer Scott's question. I'm glad you restated it because I saw it earlier when Prepsteader Bob was on. I will send you an email with that cookie dough recipe.
What question?
He said, he says, how can I get the cookie dough recipe for Thrive? Apparently it didn't come with the thing. So
okay.
I will get you that recipe. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah. So then we decided, since everybody does a Labor Day thing, we figured we'll jump into that pool and give you a sale on our cookbooks.
Right. Just the new one.
That's what
we talked about.
I guess we did talk about that. We totally did. There is absolutely 100% certainty that we did talk about that.
I'm looking for something to hit him with. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so our brand new cookbook called the New Homestead Treasures is out, has been...
Oh,
I'm
mama.
gonna leave.
Oh, baby. Mark it set. Deep breath. Deep cleansing breaths. Go to your chi.
You guys have no idea how
Bring your
difficult it
chi.
is to do a live show with this man. Oh wait, Prepsteader Bob does. Anyway, would you like to talk about the cookbook now? Because
I actually don't know. You gotta tell him.
Oh yeah, Miss T says there's a guitar behind me. Yeah, but those are all precious.
This one's precious to me. My home.
Wait.
My precious. I like that guy.
Quit forking around.
Prepsteader Bob made this little man. I think it's cool. So we do have a cookbook that's on sale.
Yes. Our new cookbook, the New Homestead Treasures, which came out in early July, I think. Stop.
I didn't do nothing.
You just looked at me. Just stop.
How dare you look at me?
Don't. Just don't. Look over there. Go over there. Anyway, this week, today through Friday, which will be today's September 2nd, 2019, through September 6th, 2019. The cookbook will be $2 off. The coupon code is in the link below, and it is Labor Day 19. All caps, Labor Day 19. So, $2
okay.
off.
Now, one quick thing before we switch on over to a different section. If you guys have suggestions for ideas for videos that you'd like to see, please shoot them in a comment or email me, info.bigfamilyhomestead@gmail.com. We're always looking for ideas. I mean, obviously, the majority of what we show you is either what we're cooking or what life has brought us, or some kind of DIY thing that we're actually probably doing. But if there's other ideas that you're like, hey, have you thought about doing this? We're all ears.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And also, one thing that I want to start doing, guys, a little sneak peek, a little sneak preview, is why don't you bring that thing on over here carefully. Here we go.
This right here?
No, the actual mic. Many of you guys know I have a background in music production and video production, and I have been blessed with having actual professional stuff. This happens to be a microphone. What it does?
It blocks my face.
Well, I'm just going to show. Now we can put it back. I've basically taken the time to set up some equipment that is professional stuff. And I want to start doing some radio interviews and podcasts where we can put them here on YouTube, but we can also put them in podcast format and do them as a professionally produced thing. If you have any ideas or suggestions for people that you think might be interesting to interview, let me know, because I have yet to schedule any of those things, but there's tons of interesting people out there. And it does not have to be, you know, I am a survivalist and therefore I eat rocks and sticks and berries and I'll show you how to do likewise. It can be a survivalist. It can be. But it can be somebody who maybe
Rocks and sticks and berries and stuff.
maybe it could be, you know what? Maybe I should you know what? Maybe I should get Jason, the president of Thrive Life, on.
You totally could.
I'll bet I could.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because we rock the Thrive Life.
Okay, I'm seeing some great ideas here.
Street taco show. Yes,
Exactly.
Spicy White Bear.
If we could just find the right recipe for good street tacos.
Somebody send us a
fantastic.
street taco recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss T says an update on the chickens free roaming.
Yeah.
We need to do that. There. Anyway, I won't say what they're doing because I don't want to give it away.
Okay, so now Raven Tactical, I would like to address that.
Mm-hmm.
Raven Tactical, do some shooting videos. And I did get your message, and I do mean to comment you back. However, here's the thing. While we are big fans of the Second Amendment, while we are both concealed carry permit holders,
Mm-hmm.
while we do carry pretty much all the time, even when we're out working in the field,
Even when we're inside doing schoolwork.
the reason, and I'll tell you the reason why, guys, so you don't flip out and go, oh my gosh, these people are nuts. Folks, people just stop by the house that we've never met.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Did
not
tonight,
lying.
actually. Did tonight.
And some of them are stable, cool people. Most of them are. Some of them you're just kind of like, I'm glad I have some protection on me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For example, I'm not going to get into
No,
it,
we're not
but
gonna do
pretty regularly people will seek you out because we're on YouTube and they'll be like, hey, and we don't know them from Adam. And so we're big fans of that. However, Raven Tactical, the issue is this. I kind of have always felt like it's a lot easier to catch flies with honey than vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
And while we are absolutely for the Second Amendment, we are absolutely participating in our rights, I think people need to see that we're not some weirdo, wacko, all tacticaled out, Rambo, breaking through doors, yelling and screaming kind of people. They need to see that we're just a family.
Right.
And then once they see that, every once in a while, you'll see it in the video. Like, I can't hide it.
No.
She can't hide it. We talk openly about it. We're not embarrassed about it. We are absolutely for the Second Amendment.
Do you know what we could do? We'll talk about that after. I don't want to talk about it on here because I don't want...
You got ideas?
I do have an idea, yes.
Okay.
About that,
So, point being, while we are absolutely for it, we don't want to scare people away who might be open to learning, might be open to a whole nother side of their world that they never thought of because
Right.
it's, oh, the media says it's scary. Oh, we should run away.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and also another thing is YouTube won't allow those. They don't allow those types of
They
videos.
censor and block
Mhm.
a lot.
Right. So we're not gonna, because if we get a strike, then it goes against us, and we're just gonna hold off on that right now.
Yeah. So I hope I've explained it in a way that you understand that we're not trying to hide anything, but it's more like we want people to get to know us before they go, well, why do you have a gun on your hip?
Right.
Well, I want you to understand that even though Brad's silly, crazy guy, It's not, we're not a wacko family.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So, now, lots of good suggestions. I like the Spicy Bear one.
Street
Street
tacos.
tacos for the win.
Definitely.
So with that, guys, we've come to the end of the evening.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you.
Yes.
We are so grateful that you guys come and show up. And we're so grateful that you support us and the kind comments.
Mm-hmm. Encouraging comments.
Honestly,
they are super, super helpful.
It's friends like Jesus is Lord. It's friends like Scott. It's friends like Mike DeFazio and all our buddies here that really make us just kind of keep chugging along. And so we hope to expand that group. So thank you guys. Thank you all of you.
Yes.
With that said, we are a family who believes that Jesus is absolutely 100% God.
Mm-hmm.
And we're believers. And it would be remiss for us to show you all of this side of our life and then not share that with you. So we're going to switch gears into a time of prayer real quick before we say goodnight. So if that's not your thing, we don't want to try and force anything on anybody. That's not how Jesus would do it, in my opinion. He wouldn't hit you over the head with a Bible and say, "Believe me." I think that would be probably not in his character.
Right. No, not at all.
So we won't either.
Right.
So with that said, if you feel like you got to go, hopefully you stay. But if you feel like you got to go, hope to see you back next week. But here we go. Here's the thing, guys. I've mentioned this before that I feel like as a society, we're heading for something big and it's not going to be good. Every person I've talked to, okay. Being in bands, you meet a lot of people, and they're all over the world for us. And whenever I'll talk to somebody and haven't talked to them for a few years or so, and they'll say, "Hey, so what are you doing?" I'll be like, "Yeah, we're actually doing homesteading, and we're learning how to do bees and chickens and stuff." And they'll go, "No way, so have I." People that you would never, ever think that would be into any of that. And they're like, "Yeah, it was like 5 years ago, all of a sudden, I just felt like I had to."
Mm-hmm.
And it's happening
really
again.
Kind of wacky, but it's really cool.
And again, and again, and again, and again.
Yeah.
And so I got to tell you guys, I believe that's God saying, get ready, buckle up. I mean, think about it. In the Old Testament, you remember the story of Joseph? Thrown into the pit. His brothers were going to kill him, and then they didn't. They sold him. He ended up, by crazy, crazy circumstances, becoming Pharaoh's second in command. Had a dream of the famines, and basically, with his preparedness, ended up saving the nation of Israel and Egypt. There's nothing wrong with being a prepper as long as you're not, going nutso. I think it's actually biblical that we pay attention to when God's saying, "Hey, look, something's headed your way. Pay attention." And so that's what we're trying to do. And so with that, I think the most important component of being ready, homesteading, farming, prep steading, whatever you want to call it, prepping, all of that, if you don't have your personal walk with Christ in order, none of it matters. What, you're just going to live a little bit longer and then become worm food? That doesn't work out. And so tonight, I want to pray. And if God's tugging at your heart and saying, "Hey, you need to know me more," hey, it's Daddy. Daddy's calling. I need you to pay attention. You need to get to know me. If that's you, pray with me. Let's all pray together. So here we go. Father God, we come before you tonight, and I am just so very grateful for each and every one of these folks here. I ask that you would pour out your blessing in each one of their lives, and that they would know that you are a loving Father tonight, that there is no way that you'll ever leave them or forsake them, but that you've come to save. You've come to redeem us. You call us your own. Father God, if we need to get to know you more, I ask that we do business tonight and we make it real, and it's not some stupid butt in a church pew plastic, I just want to get out of here attitude, but it's that it's real and that it's something that's heartfelt, and that you really, that these folks would want to communicate with you on a one-to-one and not just some phony baloney repeat after me prayer. Jesus, please move in hearts. Help people to do business with you tonight. Let them know how much you love them. Let them know how much you sacrificed so that they could be with you. It's in your holy and precious name we pray. Amen. There it is, guys. Man, I sincerely hope that you're having a blessed evening.
Yep.
And I sincerely hope that we see you back next week.
Yep. Have a great week, everybody.
Amen.